The Flotsam is a magnet for tank medic attacks. What's going on? I'm zmoT, and I know that the Flotsam is very, very fun when it comes to things like Hammerman, but the problem is it does not do anything at all to tank medic. So if someone comes in with bullet or they come in with tanks, then it does like basically 0 damage to tanks. What I'd really like them to do, yes, I'm asking for a buff of the Flotsam on day number 2. I'd really like them to have it do 2 times damage or 3 times damage to armor, because otherwise I can't show you a replay on this account because I'm only at 300 VP. And I wanted to show you quickly. Let's show you my map here. I've got 2 Flotsams deployed, but because I'm at a low VP, I get rated 2 times a day, 1 time a day, 1 time a day, 0 times. So if you're at a low VP, don't waste your parts. It's a complete waste of parts. Just deal with it and move on. Same thing with ice. There's no point having ice at low VP because you just don't get rated. But that's besides the point. What I'd like to see is I'd like to see a buff of the Flotsam so it actually does some damage to some armor, because on my higher level account I got rated by tank medic and the player who was using tank medic was absolutely terrible. Like, they were using shock knuckles with T-med, which is a terrible combo. Bullet died in the first like 4 seconds and they still didn't leave any intel or diamonds. So just Flotsam, not really the answer whatsoever. I really, really would like to see it do extra damage to armor, because as soon as I see a Flotsam, it's going to make me think of using bullet and or armor, because it doesn't damage anything nearby. I mean, it actually does more damage to the nearby buildings than it does to tanks. So, not necessarily all that fantastic, but maybe you guys have a different approach on it. Maybe you like it for different reasons. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Flotsam. It's definitely a very, very neat prototype. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. My only concern is the fact that it's going to attack tank medic. It's like a honeypot for tank medic or something. So not all that great in that regards. Let's move on to state. Actually, I'll jump on my high level, my zmoT account, and we can see if I have any actual defends on there. I kind of doubt it. That one's only at about 500 or 600 VP, so only get rated somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 times a day. And we'll see. I kind of doubt it though. Actually, I'll show you that. I'll show you that raid. And shock knuckles is never the answer. And I know people give me grief because I rag on Kavan and I rag on terrible abilities like shock knuckles, but you have to realize that what happens is someone on YouTube says, oh, you should try it, and people try it and use it, and they go, and it works. And so the problem is it works on low VP and easy bases, and it's not the right ability. So I am going to always champion the right ability, something that will work when you're at 400 VP, and something that, and it will still work when you're at 1700 VP. I'm not going to champion the things that are dumb and stupid without telling you they're dumb and stupid. Energy drink, as on his own, is fantastic and fun, and so is the explosive charge, but they're not the right ability most of the time. It's just, you have to get the right ability at all times so that when you decide to push VP or you decide to do an op hit, you have upgraded the right ones. And that's all it comes down to for me, is using the right ability all of the time, unless I'm specifically saying this is dumb and stupid and you should not do it. So battle orders is that for me. Generally battle orders for all Zookas. Taunt on occasion, energy drink whenever I use tanks. Yes, I do use tanks on occasion. Everspark on occasion with grenadiers and stuff like that. But it's frustrating when I see people saying things like use Kavan and Second Wind, because Kavan and Second Wind with, say, like grenadiers is not the answer. Like, it might be the answer 1 out of 1,000 times, but as a general rule, it's not the answer. And anyways, I'm off topic. We're ranting, and there's no real need to rant. That flare's in a bad spot. We need to move over into about here. Ooh, about face. That actually worked. Oh no, come on. That one Zooka is gonna ruin everything for everyone. We're gonna shock like this and like this and like this, I think. Medkit. And I know that I totally overuse medkits, but on PvP, medkits are extremely, extremely useful. On ops, not quite so much, but that's a whole different story. Stage 6, down pretty easily. Would have been better if I would have had a good flare spot. Let's jump over there now. I'll jump over to my zmoT account and we'll see how, if I have any actual defense here. Let's go down to Z. Z is for Z. Look at this. We have got rated once. And again, see, tank medic player, watch this. This player is not a good player. This player does not know how to play the game terribly well. But they still managed to take down my base because tank medic is ridiculously op and strong. So shock knuckles, yeah, great. You shocked some buildings that would have shot bullet anyways. Not terribly useful. And now shock knuckles again, shocking things that were going to shoot bullet anyways. An energy drink would have healed that. So over here, losing tanks, not terribly good. What are you doing? But watch the Flotsam. Like, he actually flares right on top of the Flotsam, or she, and then they do nothing. Like, against tanks, they don't do anything. And this player, like, what are you doing? All you had to do is shoot the core, but not a good tank. And that's, we're actually having a discussion yesterday about tank medic, and with tanks and or medics, you need to watch the edges of your attack. So you'll see this person right here, they lost a ton of tanks to the edges, and their shock knuckles does not affect the edges, so just not the right ability. No, don't use shock knuckles, please. I know it's fun and it has a fun animation, but besides using the fancy teleport thing, don't use shock knuckles, please. Energy drink would have kept his bullet alive way longer, would have minimized his losses, and done good things for her. I don't know if it's a him or her, so I'm just going to keep changing the gender. Don't assume the gender. Lesson number 1 of today's internet. Thank you, Fede, for that bit of brilliance. Okay, so Barrage actually got all of the things. We're going to park back in that corner. We should be able to do it with 3 shocks, I think. I don't scout. Please, if you want me to start scouting more, please let me know. But as a general rule, since I didn't scout much before Endless Reserves came out, and then Endless Reserves came out, and it basically ruined any chances of me ever scouting. So we're just going to make it up as we go along, trying to walk on 45-degree angles because that is important. Oh, we're only going to have 2 shocks. Gonna need some serious medkit action here for sure. So we're going to shock like this, and then just medkit for everything else. Come on, we had the delay though. You see that? We got 2 shots out before those rocket launchers even turned. So, used one too many smokes, and it definitely cost me. But overall, an easy stage 7. Not a big problem whatsoever. Just go up and then 45. Don't try and go 45 to start with, I don't think, because it will cost you, and it will not be pretty. Anyways, that's all 7 stages. Let me know what you think about the Flotsam. I wish I could show you more defense and things like that, but my VP just doesn't warrant people attacking me. So that's it. That's all. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know how you're using the Flotsam, if you think it needs to be buffed, if you think it needs to be nerfed, if you think it's dumb. I've had about 2 people say it's dumb, and about 20 people say it's their favorite prototype yet. So obviously not a lot of experience with it. Gonna have to wait and see. Warrior users just getting absolutely wrecked because they're ignoring it. On my friendly challenge, I managed to take out all of Mr. Pahawking's warriors. Anyways, quick one today. Hope you enjoy. Hit me up in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, dislike, heckle, all of those kinds of things. And I shall talk to you again mañana. Au revoir. Peace. I don't know how to say peace in other languages. I should learn. Okay, bye.